So I'm gonna read through. This isn't the actual definition of tenacity. This is somebody else's definition of tenacity, or my definition of tenacity. Okay. So tenacity, the quality of being very determined, persistent forward momentum with a game plan, to never stop trying to achieve a goal, even in the face of seemingly insurmountable odds. Now let's break it down a little bit. I know that's a lot in that little quote right there, right? So the quality of being determined and persistent and forward moving with a game plan. So I think like it's so many times where we can be like pumped up and we can like have all these things we want to do, and that's kind of where we kind of started off at. But I think the more we notice, hey, the game plan and where we're going, and hey, what are we trying to find out when we're doing this? That's the change that I kind of feel like we notice, right? So when we have that game plan, it changes everything. So like, so say we're making like 1,000 calls, right? And we're looking to see like, hey, what type of companies will answer, what type of companies will do that, or if we're just making calls, we'll never even notice that because we won't care to look back or even notice that. So I guess the main element to that part is like that game plan. It's just so important with the forward momentum. You know what I mean? The next part of it is, let me see, to never stop trying to achieve your goal, even if faced with seemingly insurmountable odds. Now, I think that's pretty powerful as well. I think it says a lot about a man's character and about a person's character overall. Like, hey, what do you do when things aren't going right? You know what I mean? Like, hey, it's cool. Like when everything's going good, everybody wants to join in. It's all everybody's like, oh, let me do this. This is awesome, yada yada yada. But when things don't go your way, how do you respond to that? You know what I mean? So when you have that mindset, you have the goal, you have the game plan. When you have that mentality to say like, hey, regardless of whatever I'm faced with, I mean, I think my back in the day I did like a presentation for the senior exit or whatever, and I said I don't care if it's a brick wall, I don't care what's in front of me, but regardless of whatever I face, I'm going through it. You know what I mean? And I guess when you combine all this together, that tenacity, that's what I want you guys to have. Not just in this business, as a person. You have to be tenacious about what you want to get. You have to be tenacious about your goals. You have to be able to say like, "Hey, I don't care what's in front of me. I don't care who's my competition. I don't care if it's insurmountable odds." You know what I mean? I don't care what it is. I'm gonna get to it. And that's the mindset I got. And like I said, I told Nate I want him to bring the dog back out of me a little bit. I told him that a while ago, you know. What I mean by that, Randy, you might be like, what is he talking about? But what I'm talking about, man, is that dog in you. That dog in you is like, hey, like I guess the easiest way for me to equate it is in sports, right? So like, say we're bench pressing, right? And after I hit my fifth set, right, I'm kind of tired, right? But that dog in me gonna say hit one more. Then the,
All
the
right.
real
Yeah.
the real dog in me gonna say after I hit that one more and I'm on my last set and I'm struggling, I'm gonna say, all right, let's go another one. And after I get done with that, after that set, I'm gonna hit another one and I'm gonna push my limits and push my limits and push my limits. And regardless of whatever I gotta do, I'm gonna get to it. That's that dog mentality. I don't care what it is. I don't care what's in front of me. A dog don't have a. I guess it probably comes from like a dog just like if a dog sees like something that a dog that's way bigger, it doesn't matter what it is, or if it's somebody comes into the house or something like that. A dog don't ever think like they're unconsciously thinking. They just do. You know what I mean? It don't care
It's kind of
what's
like
how big it is. Let's go. Even I got a Nate know my little dog Claire. You see my little dog Claire, bro. Claire don't care how big the dog is. Claire don't care how big you come in is. And she don't care at all what's going on. She gonna get to it. She gonna make sure the house straight. It don't matter. You know what I mean? So let's adopt the Claire. Nah, it's fine. Let's get the dog mentality. Let's get our tenacity up in every aspect of our life. Let's be tenacious. All right. Y'all like that? Anything you want to add to that? Any notes you guys got from that or anything like that? Everybody wants you to talk. Let's converse.
I like
is
that.
it like is it like the same as Kobe Bryant's Mamba mentality?
Explain it out. What you know about the mama mentality, Randall? What you know about that?
It's like
Oh,
when everyone's in the half court, right? Like the opponents, one of the opponent team already in their court already. They like did a pass break, and Kobe Bryant would just like go straight to that guy, try to depend that. It's like not giving up. It's like focusing on the process, like trusting the hard work when it matters the most. It's yeah,
Definitely.
I think it's the same as that.
And
I
I
like that because specifically how uh, like Kobe Bryant's mentality was, I'm not just gonna take a mediocre player because I know that I'm the guy. I know that I can lock down the best of the
yeah,
best. So I'm gonna go take the very best player on their team, and he's not scoring a point.
man, if we're bringing up Kobe, the one thing I really took from it is like even not forget the tenacity element of it, but just about who he was as a person, right? So people used to see him like, win championships or during the game. But if you ask, it's so many stories that people have. So I'm talking about probably thousands and thousands of stories where they say Kobe was the first one in the gym.
Hmm.
Kobe was
Yeah,
the last one to leave. When he told me to go home and relax, he was actually going into the gym. He was playing mind games. It He didn't just expect like the result from like, you know what I mean, from just going to the games, you know what I mean? But practice. If you ask anybody in the NBA who knew Kobe, he would go the extra mile every single time. If you
And
beat
I
him,
think that's anyone. I think that's anyone who has success.
definitely, definitely. But he took it
yeah,
personal. Like that's
Yeah,
I don't even know if it's healthy. But I
yeah, probably not, but yeah.
don't even know. Like you'll beat him. I think I heard one story of, like how he was like playing ping pong with just a random group of people, right? And then he literally bought a ping pong table and worked every single night into the point and kept on challenging the dude. Like it was just a random dude he knew to play ping pong until he won. Like
yeah,
I mean that I don't know if we want to. We can go that far. We can go there. I'm with y'all. You know what I mean? But I guess the whole thing about it is that's kind of that still the same dog mentality. Like I don't care how big you are. I don't care what you say you are. I don't. I know what I got. I know who I am. I'm willing to go. I'm giving everything I got with it. You may have more money. You may have more employees. You may have more resources, but you ain't got half the heart I got. You ain't willing to sacrifice half of what I'm willing to sacrifice. You're not willing to endure the pain and the suffering that I'm willing to suffer to get where I want to go. You have to
yeah. I
think
think,
about that. You know what I mean?
but the way that we are actually doing things right now, it's not more of like I'm just going to straight dive right into it. It's like
Yeah.
what we're doing is that it's more of like a calculated risk for us because we are doing the errors and we are focusing on what works. You know.
I mean, it's a gamble, man. No, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah,
At this, I think at this point, man, it really is a gamble, and I'm not sure if you guys knew, but I'm betting on you guys. I'm betting on myself. I'm betting on us. I think so many times people put their money and their investments into stocks. They put their money and investment into other people. I have faith in myself and the team I'm willing to build. Simple. This is a. I'm not a extraordinarily wealthy guy. You know what I mean? This takes majority of the income that I do have and I put it into this. You know what I mean? So this is a risk. It is a calculate. Like we're going at it to a way where, hey, we understand what the risk is. What do we have to do to succeed? But nah, this is a risk, and I am gambling, and I am betting. I'm just letting you guys know I'm betting on us. I put
Mm.
like if it was like if we're a football team, I'm putting all my money, everything I got into this thing, and I'm gonna keep on doing it
yeah,
and keep on doing it. And because I'm not in this bet or this gamble for a day or for a year. I'm in it for the decade.
yeah. I mean, for us as well, it's a risk. I mean, we. I'm not going to like work here every time just like this. I want to, of course, get promoted as well. You know, it's not like I don't want to be stagnant on this kind of position. So
That
yeah,
You're there, man. And I think one thing I want you guys to know is like, hey, I know whatever as a business owner, whatever I go through, but I want you guys to be able to succeed in life. You know what I mean? And I try to make sure you guys always know that to give you guys whatever you guys need from. If you guys leave this job in a year or two, or you guys develop into your own business owners, or develop into your own leaders, into your own whatever entities you guys go on with life, I want you guys to at least have some tangible skills and some money in your pockets to be able to do whatever you want to do or grow with me however you want to grow. You know what I mean? So that's part of the why as well, man. But I think this is a super big, good meeting for us. I think it's good that we actually recorded this one. This is great. You know what I mean? So we can refer back to it. But back to the point of the message of the day. Let's have our tenacity up. Let's be tenacious. Let's have that dog mentality. Let's get that Mamba mentality. Let's go the extra mile. Let's do what others aren't willing to do. Let's take it personal. I took it personal a long time ago. This is me. This is my business. This represents me, and I have faith into you guys to represent yourselves and my business as yourselves. You know what I mean? So let's do it. Let's get to it. Let's get our tenacity up. All right, let me see what else we got for the day. We got some training, definitely. We're gonna do our sales call training. Randall, I want you to do. We're gonna have you going through twice, and we're gonna have you do one time outgoing, one time incoming. Okay. Now I'm not
Oh,
sure the website yet, but I'll show you guys real quick.